My name is Lindsay Walker and I'm with the IBE company Legacy Mugs. Today we are going to talk with Barry and Diane about the Blaine Whitworth Fund. So Diane, could you explain to me a little bit about who Blaine was?
Blaine was a 25-year-old entrepreneur. That's what he truly was destined to be. He was born full of life, energy, was our middle child, and he was a person that didn't know the word no.
So Barry, could you tell me when the fund started?
Absolutely. After Blaine's death, we wanted to find some ways to keep his memory alive. The first thing his friends wanted to do in the spring was to have a 5K run. And so by them forming the fund and doing the 5K, then that gave us some money and some opportunities to do some things for the community.
Could you tell me what exactly the Blaine Whitworth Fund is? What do they do and what charities do they benefit?
We established the fund as a means to raise money to help other people and make a difference in the community. And we set primarily 3 goals, and that first is to grow entrepreneurs. Secondly, Blaine was had a love of parks and recreation and fitness. And lastly, it was giving a hands up to someone and helping those less fortunate.
So Barry, I hear that you have a funny story that you'd like to tell us about Blaine.
Well, we have several, but I think one that kind of stands out and kind of gives you an insight to what he was about was when he was in high school. We happened to be in Florida on a trip, and he was staying at home with his grandmother. And we get a call one morning from my mother, and it says, I need to let you know that Blaine's going to be on TV tonight on Problem Solvers. He has organized a school lunch boycott, so they got all of the different families in town to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and bring him in for 3 days so that they could get the attention of the school to be a part of the process in determining what was in the school lunches. And the unfortunate part was that his mother was on the school board at the time.
Oh. So Diane, how did you feel about that?
Well, it certainly was a surprise. We did not have any idea that this was going to happen. They weren't trying to be disruptive. It was nothing in a negative. It was their way to try to say, we would like to have a voice in just what our selections are.
So Diane and Barry, what exactly would you like the people watching this interview to get from Blaine's story?
To those parents or anyone who has lost a child, that we are certainly not the first or the last, and that we can be an example to try to do positive things, that perhaps we can be an answer to someone's prayer on how to deal with sorrow and grief. We have gotten through this with the love of our faith, our family, our friends, and lastly forgiveness. That holding on to anger is not good and not healthy.
For more information on the Blaine Whitworth Fund, go to www.blainewhitworthfund.com.